Hello YouTubers, Troz here, back with some more Zero to Satisfactory. And you may notice a change in the factory here. I've broken out the paint gun, made up a whole bunch of paint canisters. I think over 300, and well, painted the floors of my factory, each floor a different color. I left the one floor the default orange, but we got yellow, orange, kind of brownish and red, and yeah, that will hopefully let me be able to tell the floors of my factory apart a little easier. We're doing decent after getting the additional oil from last time. We are now usually completely full up on oil. Of course, when I say that, happen to appear to be empty. Well, we have a big backup of fuel here. I'm actually going to take 2 stacks. And last time we unlocked the geothermal generator, so I wanted to set one up. If I do search, there's not that many and they appear far away. But I believe there is at least one over near our oil. That actually pings us closer than our oil, but our oil is about 2 kilometers away. So I want to head over there and here comes some more. Set one up. Maybe we'll hook it up. Actually, what I think we'll do, instead of like just hooking it up to the oil, let's combine the power network from the oil with this power network here by running some lines from here over to our oil. That's 2 kilometers. It's really further than we ran power. Our longest running power, I know we got about 700 over to our coal, and I'm not sure how far it is to the Factorio ore. Maybe that's 800 or 900 meters. But that sounds like something we can do, and hey, you know, on the way we'll look for our trucks. There should be 2 of them. I wonder if they collided or something. That would be kind of funny. I do know I have a power line coming this way, just because we went over to the wreck, where it actually says wreck, and powered that up. Here's a power slug that I'm not sure how we allowed to stay around this whole time. Let's get rid of the paint gun out of our hand. We don't need it at the moment. Otherwise, we seem to be doing good on things. Let's see. Alright, so the power line comes over here, so we can just continue it. And we'll go this way, maybe stay up on the ridge. Wire too long. You can see I have plenty of cable. Kind of drops down here. That's too long, so we'll put one on this side. And we'll just fly over here to the other side. That way, it won't be in the way. Wire two. Are you too long? Not too long right here, though. Is there another ramp down here? Alright, we'll put you there, because any further is too long again. I have, turn on my flashlight here. Actually, I think we want to be down there, so let's, well, that's kind of going through the ground. Let's do one to there. Not off the edge quite yet. And actually, I think I may be up too high again. It's kind of in that tree, but alright, by going this way, we'll hopefully avoid the poison area that's down over there. Yeah. We went over that. I'm gonna try to keep these poles out of the driving area. In fact, as far from the driving as lane as possible. Oh, that's not a good sound. No! Get out of building mode. Well, that wasn't good. I need to watch my health a little better and be a little quicker on the key pressing. I was gonna run right over there and try to get my things back, but let's take 100. Oh, look at all of you. Alright. You know, let's leave that jetpack backpack there. Drive around that. You know, I should have grabbed some health items. Really, just one pale berry there? Sometimes you get lucky and there's 2 or 3. Alright, that's been enough time. We get one. Looks like it is getting bright. Maybe these spiders stay away in the daytime. And look at that! I'm not sure which truck this is, but... I'm gonna park you on the side and, you know, take your fuel. And I was hoping to jump on you. If that's the one going to our first oil spot, it's just going to run out of fuel again at some point because it won't be able to load it with coal for fuel when it gets there. So that's something I'm going to have to double check. Alright, we're just gonna park you over here. We're gonna quickly grab all. Okay! Let's take down some of these poles that I placed while thrashing around. Or is too steep. Alright, are you less steep up here? And well, you are. Now your wire's too long. You're the happy medium. Let's quickly look for the geysers again. Oh, there's some this way. Alright. Well, let's get to the top of the hill and then head in that direction. I'm gonna put you here. Let's grab some of these berries. Alright, a little back in that direction. It's not a problem. Yeah, I think there's actually some, I guess, further east of our current oil, but there's some, and I'm not sure where that beacon is, but I think there's some closer to where we're getting the coal for our oil power plant. A little bit of lag there. So I believe this is going in that direction. Let's put one there. Oh yeah, there is a wreck over here that I never got access to. But hey, now I have a gas mask and the poison. Oh, did I never? Oh, look at that! It needs 30 megawatts. Well, what do we have here? And we got another computer. And I'm not gonna pick that stuff up. I'm just trying to get out of here. Let's put the jetpack back on. What is up here? More poison plants. And some of the, I don't know, what you call them, the firefly guys. Alright, which way? Almost directly south. Yep. I was gonna say it looks like water over there, and that looks like it's exactly right there. I'm trying to avoid the poison here, as I no longer have the gas mask on. Wire's too long. It goes through the rock a little bit. Doesn't seem too bad. Alright, I'm gonna put you here. Yep, that is definitely a geyser. Oh, is that a little short? Stop moving. Oh! Okay, that doesn't seem to be working. come on. There we go. They like to come at you in like one from the front, one from the back or side. Oh, that's a big geyser. Okay, these things aren't solid. Alright, that looks like the immediate dangers are taken care of. You're not one, but I would think you are. Yes. Oh. You happen to be solid, the other one doesn't. Isn't. Okay. No interface, but it does produce power. And, oh wow, yes, we are over 2 gigawatts. It's hard to see from here, but actually, no, it's not. There is our power plant for... Well, I'm not sure where our oil production is. Okay, there's the coal conveyor belt line. Oh, yeah, it's... Okay, that is one of our oil pumps. And it's right behind there. So it would be kind of nice to have this all on one power system, seeing that now we have excess power here, and it kind of would help to have all our power be one system. Yeah, I'm just passing through, guys. Too long. Oh, that gave me a bit of a boost. And someone shot at me, but it was way off. I'll put an extra pole there just so we have future connections if we need it. There's another coal patch there that we're not even tapped yet. You can see we're not using much coal here at the moment, but you will also connect up to there. And now these 3 coal generators should be all part of our network. 2270, and we're not consuming very much megawatts, which leads me to believe we may have run out of oil, so that there's no plastic or rubber being produced at the moment, which means the supercomputers aren't being produced. Probably a few other things as well. So let's see if the truck ever made it over here. And if that was the truck that I put fuel in, well then it didn't get filled with coal. Oh yeah, you can see this is all backed up, which isn't really a good sign. The truck should be taking at least a half load every time. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you when the truck was last here. And I actually kind of wish you could name the trucks so that the icon would actually have a name, so I could tell which truck is going to oil 1 and which is going to oil 2 at a glance. Oh, the arrows kind of blend in with the ground here. I probably should also, there was like a dead-end loop over here, kind of drove the wrong way at first, and why does that sound like? Well, that's probably why it sounds like a special item, because it is.
I strongly advise you
to harvest that item. That should probably fade out instead of directly cutting out, but oh well, you know, it's early access, and we get to test. But we also get to see the features and help guide them by submitting feedback. Yeah, this was the area. Let's put on the gas mask. We have 9. Oh, there's a power slug. Oh, and ow. I didn't even realize there was a wreck here. Ah, this one needs rubber apparently, which I happen to have on me. Instead of going through the poison again, let's put on the jetpack. I don't have to follow the road perfectly, but let's head back. We're above the road right now. Oh. Hi, spitter guy. Yeah, sorry. There's another power slug. Yeah, so this is kind of what I've been doing between episodes, you know. Going a bit of exploring different things. Just relative general maintenance, you know. Looking for lost trucks. Actually, the trucks have been pretty good up until now. I haven't had much issues. I have noticed that when you are they're in sight range, they seem to actually obey physics. I think when they're out of a certain distance from you, they are just kind of on rails and will just follow the path without technically bumping into anything. But if you can see them, then they'll do collisions and are more likely to get stuck. Speaking of more likely to get stuck, I'm not sure which truck this is. I'm guessing even though your engine is running, you're full. That's not what I wanted to do. Can I access? Well, maybe not. I'm guessing you're going to try to get back. Or... Okay, that's definitely the truck that is going there. I only put 33 fuel in. I'm hoping we can catch him while he's still over there. Remove those 33 fuel, and so we'll get loaded up with coal, so he won't run out of fuel again, because he's supposed to have coal. And to assist in that, let's put on our blade runners. Oh, there's a nice copper patch there. I never even noticed that. So he does a little turnaround here. But that's okay. He's not going and backing up. Oh, he's doing a worse turnaround. But that's okay. I did kind of get lost here. And I think it's just a simple loop around here. Yeah, while I'm here, let's do another geyser scan. There should be one or two this way, not too far. Let's... Alright, maybe it's further than I thought. I thought there was one or two just back here somewhere. Alright, took those out. You can see it's full with coal now. I'm not sure how he ran out of coal to begin with. I mean, here's the coal line. It's refilling. It's all backed up. Yeah, that helps. Alright, so he should just sit here for a minute and then drive back. I did delete some of the path arrows in front of my main base, but I thought they were mostly or all for the other truck. Maybe he's no longer stopping? We'll have to check that. And you know what? Riding on this guy is probably the fastest way back. Got my jetpack. You know what? Let's burn one of these inhalers. Yeah, we could probably run up this hill quicker, but once this truck gets on flat land, it's gonna be a lot quicker than we can move, so... Hopefully we'll see some evidence of the other truck as well. I kind of don't want to go search for it, but I'm guessing I'm going to have to. Unless I see that there's already oil at the truck station, because that will tell me that it made a delivery while we are out here, and apparently it feels like it missed an arrow of some sort. Yeah, this is what I mean by the trucks do some weird things when you're in range. I'll come back for you, little guy. Oh, yeah, let's, you gotta wait for me. Said shift click. There we go. I think it's still going faster than us, but not, you know, it's not getting out of view, so. Oh, here comes the other truck. It is apparently still making deliveries. Alright. Alright, the arm is coming out. That is meaning it is picking up. And, where... Oh, yeah, great. Now you drove into the side. Apparently it is unloading from it now, though. Yeah, we need the jetpack back. You're not gonna whoosh me along? There we go. Oh, I should check the power. Doing fine. Wondering why it's so low, but I'm guessing maybe everything's now shut down except for the supercomputer production. Plastic is seeming to do okay. Yeah, these will have all the oil they need. I'm gonna say rubber is doing okay as well, because that is the most backed up belts over here I've seen in a long while. Now it's not probably, yeah, it's not completely backed up, and you know this belt isn't going to be backed up because we're not producing it nearly that fast. But we should be filling at least a Mark II. That is a Mark III there. This is a Mark II. I think that's a Mark II as well. These are all Mark I belts. It's actually been quite a while since I've been up here, and this is basically even with the top of my base at this point. Base factory. Whatever. Let's check out production up here. So all of these are completely backed up. I actually did put this back up to 100%. It looks like, yeah, we were out of oil for a while because the plastic is lacking. But it looks like the plastic finally has reached up here. It's quite a long trip for the plastic. It comes through here, goes to the back of my factory, all the way across, then up on that side, then from here, through here, and finally, yeah, all the while, a little bit of lag there, it's pulling off for all of these manufacturer machines. But yeah, this is going, and look, yeah, we already have enough for the next one. So this should start going up from 53% efficiency up to 100, hopefully. I'm not sure over how many things it's averaging this. You know, if it's 10 or 20, it will take a while. How we, Okay, I think at the end of the last episode we had the 4 or 5 stacks. Yeah, so we were probably out of oil for a while without me realizing it. Again, I don't know how... We've got coal here, we've got coal at the other end. It shouldn't take 100 coal, so I'm not sure how that truck ran out of coal, but apparently it did. I also think we have everything unlocked at this point. And, you know, while we're not producing supercomputers super fast, it's over 1.5. Alright, the only thing I haven't unlocked are some of these alternate recipes. And I guess I can do research for more of them. Speaking of which, let's... dump a hard drive in here, start the research, come back just about the end of the episode. You needed... iron ingots. You know what? Oop. There we go. Do we have iron ore? I mean, I could... You know, I don't think I have a chest of just ingots. I know I do have chests of plates and rods. And just about everything else on here. Almas Massilia. Stitched iron plate. Your copper wire. Reinforced iron plate. We need some screws. Which we could... we got a few there. How many do we need? Oh, like 40? That's not even... I think that is more than enough. Yes. Okay, what to do now? Nothing more to unlock, at least not that I know of. I'm gonna try something quick. Or not so quick, as the case may be. Well, there is something, but there's a... It looks like there's a blocked off cave here. I bet it's inside. It's too bad it's getting dark. It's probably be a bit better in the light. Um, I've done this once before off camera, just exploring. Well, partially. Hey, you see this guy? No, that's not what I wanted at all. He flies through this arc every minute or two. There we go, there's a place to land. And it's not easy, but it is possible to get up there. So there he goes. We'll get him coming around next time. I think. It's a little easier to do this when it's light out. This little spot of green right here. Okay, now where? There we go. Whew. I wasn't sure we were going to make that. There's a nice purple slug up here, but you know, if he climbed all the way up here, you know, we can just let him rest up here. Quite a few pell berries as well. You can actually see quite a far way. This is the edge of the world right here. That is our coal mine. There's the station for it. There's a bridge I made to go exploring. That's Caterium ore right there, but what's not showing up is more of those breakable, or what looks like they should be breakable rocks, but aren't. So our actual Caterium ore mine is right there, and there is its station. And yeah, you can see for quite a while. I think you can actually... Oh, yes, you can. Those are the smokestacks, and you can kind of see through the rock our coal power for where our oil is. And now, hey, there's our geothermal. This was actually a pretty good idea, coming up here. Get a whole overview. I mean, I didn't have to fly. I could have probably just walked over. And yeah, here's our main factory. At least the top floor where we're making supercomputers. You can see the whole item, elevator, ladder, whatever you want to call it, on this side. We have two more stations there. Vehicle stations. Our whole oil production. Space. Ooh. A bit of lag in there. Ooh. I didn't realize the sky showed so many stars at night. I mean, I've looked up and seen the moon there, but I don't think I've looked straight up. Is that a moon? Whatever that is. Maybe that's moon. Who knows? The game does say it's supposed to be a binary star system, so I'm assuming that's the other star, and even though it's bright white, it's far, and therefore dim. And here is the objective we came for, and I'm not gonna make it. Nope, not like that. He's gonna come back again. Here we go. Let's get a running start. I don't think we got quite enough of a running start. Well, we're gonna die. Apparently you can land on him. Well, we're still scanning here. I think we got maybe a minute. Let's go quickly retrieve my stuff. If you want to try that, that's how you get up there. I gotta keep better attention to where he is rather than examining my whole factory, but oh, come on. Let me get up there. There we go. While we're running, I have a few suggestions for the games. I think I mentioned, like, yeah, let me name the trucks. Somehow maybe the height off of the line is how far away. Like, the larger the line that the thing drops down from the compass is the further away it is. Let us make every one of these things in a constructor or assembler or whatever, manufacturer, so that I could have a chest full of jetpacks if I wanted to, or even health medical inhalers, so when I die I have supplies, rather than having to make everything manually. I'm sure I mentioned a few others. Those are the big ones I can think of offhand. Things that the game does right. The to-do list. That is very helpful. 3D. They're doing that great. The building in general, I think, is pretty good. Some things are a little awkward to place. I would like to be able to, as you can replace belts in place, I'd like to be able to upgrade the Mark 1 miners to Mark 2 in place. As it is now, you have to delete the miner, delete the belt, otherwise trying to put the Mark 2 miner down, it will say the belt is in the way. If you could just do that in place, that would be great. I actually think the belts are a little cheap. I mean, you want to make the fastest belt right now? Okay, well, I have a whole chest full of the encased beams. They're not that expensive once, you have them automatically built. I have a full storage. Not a large storage, a small storage. I haven't used the large storages. But still, I could make, miles of belt. Maybe the belts should use, at least the higher tiers of belts, should use rubber as well as the steel or encased steel, and maybe a motor every, 10 meters or 20 meters, something like that. Just a little more expensive and needing some of the high-tech items. Another slight complaint is, you used to use a lot of rotors in some of the researches. Let's get away from that noise. But now, you don't use the rotors at all. Maybe Mark III belts use the rotors every, one rotor every 10. The Mark IV belts uses one motor every 10. Just to, hey, what's powering these belts? I can totally understand only needing plate for the level 1 belts, because, you have to start somewhere. It has to be relatively simple to make the early belts, but, hey, the faster belts probably could use some extra resource consumption or resource sink. I have so much stuff, and aside from like concrete and plates to make floors and walls, I don't use any of it. There should be some purpose. Now, I know we're supposed to be working on some project assembly, and I'm sure the space elevator will use a lot more resources in the future, but at least for now, it feels like I'm swimming in resources with, except for a few certain, concrete plates, a few things like that, there's not much to do with the other things that I'm manufacturing. That was, my little... Not that the game is bad, it's definitely really good. I mean, I wouldn't have made all these videos if I didn't enjoy this. Let's take a look at this. Alternate screws is a really good blueprint in that you don't need to make the ingots into rods before making them into screws. This is also pretty good. I'm gonna take this for now. Yeah. So, I'm gonna do some more research. I'm not sure when I'm gonna have another video. I've been making these, like, except for one day so far, I've made one a day. But, now I've kind of reached the end of the content that's currently in there. I know in a week or two they're supposed to have an update that's adding content. Perhaps the next tier. I'm not entirely sure. They have had 2 minor bug fix updates so far. I have had some ideas, now that I built one factory, how I could make it better. But that would basically mean either completely tearing this down or kind of abandoning it and going someplace else. But if I'm going someplace else, I'd rather, I'd kind of like to keep this and just go someplace else and build, having all the research and all the technology already unlocked. But then, keeping this here is probably not going to be good. Basically building not a duplicate, but let's say a more efficient version, one that builds things faster. But like, you can't see it, but I'm only getting about 40 frames per second here, and I have a 1070 Ti. It was good at the beginning, and it's better when I'm away from here in certain spots. Other places where maybe forest where there's lots of trees, it's maybe not quite as good. There are places where I get 60 frames per second. In forest, maybe I get 50, 45. But now with all these machines here and everything, going, I'm only getting about 40 frames. So starting a new factory in another location while having all this running, I don't think would help my frames. But, I kind of also don't want to start over from scratch. I like having fast belts and knowing, like, hey, if I need to, get 400 plates a minute, I can do that. So I kind of don't want to start over, but I also think trying to build in another area of this world without starting over, just would be causing the factory to just be bogged down, just because this one exists. Even if I completely power it off, I'm sure the game will be checking, oh, you know, do these machines have power, or do they have input, or, you know, I'm not entirely sure how the performance of the game works, you know, if you just abandon a factory. But we'll see. I'll definitely, you know, maybe do one more or two more videos kind of showing off other areas that I discover while exploring. Definitely when the next update comes out, I'll do some more videos. Especially, yeah, definitely if they have content and more things to make, I will add on to this factory to make them. But even if they don't, you know, I'll probably make some smaller videos to show off the changes. So, I'd just like to say thanks for watching, stay tuned, and see you next time.